Talk to me. I want to leave some listeners with some tangible stuff in the natural Botox realm, then, because if we've convinced people to maybe stay away from this or at least question it, and but still want healthy skin, I see all kinds of stuff online, everything from taping to massage to face yoga to mooing. I've no idea what that is, but what are some of the things that you think about for just healthy facial skin and structure?
Yeah, so I actually got into the face taping and I do love it. I have full wrinkles all there. I just don't have a lot of stagnant wrinkles. And that is, I want to say, listen, you mentioned this earlier when you said the preventative Botox. I will give credit where credit's due. I'm all about being real and transparent. Do I think that the 10 years that I got Botox helped me look the way that I do today, even though I don't get it? And it's completely out of my face today. It only lasts 3 months. I'm in my 40s. I was getting it for 2 years. Or I'm sorry, for 10 years. So it metabolizes very fast. It's been gone out of my face for a while now. However, do I think that it was a contributing factor by the prevention term? Sure. That does not mean that I advocate for that today. And I think that if I had known or been on top of face taping, I would have had the same result today if I had
Mm.
just done this from the beginning. So my 20 somethings out there, 30 somethings, even if you're in your 40s, even if you already have wrinkles, face taping is something that I find to be that Botox hack. You are still going to have movement and you are still going to have wrinkles that form. It is not a magic wand, and we have to get that out of our heads. If you want to just do something that makes you feel a little bit better, that you know you're doing an intentional process to help keep things maybe more, set versus, letting things maybe drop down more. We move our faces and sleep on them at night, so it scrunches things up. This is just something that helps keep things in place. It also helps to lengthen the muscle. So it's almost like in a way that you think about yoga, where you're doing these amazing stretches and moves because you're trying to lengthen and strengthen these muscles and your core, right? So wrinkles and the stagnation that can happen in your face is for these muscles like shortening and shrinking, and then you have the skin in between that's giving those creases, right? So with face taping and consistent face taping, you are starting to allow those muscles to stretch and lengthen back out. Is it a facelift? No. And it's not meant to be a facelift. It's meant to keep things in place without having this like everything's kind of, dropping and crinkling over time. So I've discovered it at 42. I like it. It's working well for me. I do 2 slabs of face tape right here every night. That's all I need. I don't do all the things every single night. I do partner with a girl who's an expert who does kinesiology all over the place and does all these
Mm.
crazy things. I don't find that that's a realistic approach for everybody to be doing every single night. There's just so many applications that you can do. Are you going to do those every night? Let's make it easy for everybody to do. If they just want to get rid of like a forehead wrinkle, just put some face tape right there, let it smooth out. You want to obviously stretch it properly and get things moving so that the muscles actually having opportunity to stretch rather than just keeping the skin in place. So there is a science behind it that, like the kinesiology science, and it really does make a difference. So that is my one little trick. Everything else is gimmick. Face massage is great. It feels great. It's great for your skin because you're going to work serums and moisturizers into your skin. It gets the blood flowing, lymph, drainage. You want to remove inflammation. Things like
Mm.
rebounding, really great for lifting the skin because you're removing some of that stagnant fluid. These are just like regular practices that aren't going to do any harm. They're only going to help, but it's not going to be Botox or a facelift. That's the difference. That's the mindset part. The
Yeah.
mindset is the thing that needs to be worked on the most. And being realistic, having realistic expectations, and stop obsessing over the things that are truly not going to be fixed from just doing face tape or massage, right? Like these are just
Yep.
things that we have to accept and love about ourselves and stop being so caught up in comparing or expecting things that are just not realistic. So, again, things that I'm working on myself. I do face taping. I still will catch myself in certain lights and I'm like, oh my God. Oh well, like what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna face tape all day long. I'm not gonna be a crazy person walking around town with face, tape all over my face just to make sure I don't make a movement. I would love to train my face to not, be so expressive every time, but I'm not gonna do that. It's just not, I'm just gonna keep aging because there's nothing I can do to stop the clock. It's just we're all aging every single second, every year that goes by. It's something we just have to accept if you just want to like have more peace and also probably feel better in general. Like maybe you won't care that you have a wrinkle. Instead, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm still cute with a wrinkle or something like that.
Yeah,
Switch
there you
your
go.
mind, shift your mind about it.
All right, friends, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Radical Health Radio. We got a fresh new podcast for you every Wednesday. If you enjoyed the show, consider liking, subscribing, reviewing, and rating us on your podcast platform. It helps us spread this message of radical health. We'll see you next week.